Welcome to Arc Automotive Review. Today we have another news update with Stellantis' CEO and what they've said. So we're using Reuters News as an article just to kind of discuss the CEO was talking about and kind of looking for new market updates. So here we have the title: Stellantis CEO says will adapt to U.S. market under President Trump. This was posted just about a day ago. Kind of some new information coming out for their company. Stellantis has been struggling in the last, quarter or 2 quarters, specifically in terms of their main operational capacity in selling vehicles. And there's plenty of other YouTubers and other folks that have gone over kind of the mass, incentives that they're pushing out and cuts and trying to get vehicles off dealership lots. And it's been a struggle for many companies. I know the company that I was working for previously is currently hit very heavily because they own primarily Stellantis dealerships as well as many other big players in the industry. Stellantis is a fairly uh, big part of their operational revenue, and so it is reflected in their financial statements as well. So, kind of here we go. So we got the CEO kind of making this statement, and it looks like they are saying that they're going to adapt to changes in the U.S. car market expected under an organization or Trump's, you know, cabinet of folks. And so they're preparing for him to enter office in January. And they're saying that they plan on extending vehicles that will either offer electric, hybrid, and gasoline versions of previous models. Specifically, they're talking about the Ram pickup lineup, I believe, and a couple other models as well. So looks like they're staying at President Trump. Their team is planning to kill the $7,500 consumer tax credit for EVs. So this was actually a federal program where the federal government, if you bought an electrical vehicle, you would qualify for $7,500 that you could, take off the vehicle price, and so it'd make it more appealing for consumers to get into the EV market. And it looks like this is going away as part of some tax reform, and so we'll see what else this article has. Looks like the tax credit could have had, any of the tax credit could have grave implications for an already stalling U.S. EV transition. So, I mean, previously EVs were kind of brought out. As you know, Elon Musk is part of his cabinet. Maybe has a little bit to do with this, and maybe trying to figure out some different ideas regarding these vehicles. But the EV market hasn't really taken off. I mean, it has a little bit, but many companies still don't have a EV division. The one that I worked for did have a division solely for selling electrical vehicles. Um, and so this is going to be an interesting change for the automotive industry, but I think one that kind of makes sense as well. So, company says that they will present its multi-energy base platform for pickup trucks in the U.S. market this week. So that was kind of their main focus, it looks like, when they had stated that. And then their mission, provide clean, safe, and affordable mobility. Seems like Stellantis has been really good about this. One of the more affordable companies, obviously, and so seems like they're moving in the right direction. That's kind of all the article covered. But basically, the biggest thing to note here is that Stellantis plans on offering multi-energy platforms, which is a bigger deal for Stellantis. They haven't done a ton of that super well. Um, there's a couple car manufacturers that have really pushed into EVs. You look at, GM and Ford, what they've done in the last 2 years or so in terms of the EV market, bringing vehicles that are, you know, EVs and trying to change kind of the consumer mind around EVs in the future. So good for Stellantis, given a couple options it looks like, and kind of we'll see where the future goes in terms of their company, whether Stellantis can get out of this hole or not. Toyota's partnered up with different companies as well to bring great hybrid platforms to the consumer market, and so we're just it'll be an interesting 2026 release on some of these vehicles and see what these big players are doing in the automotive industry when they've been kind of struggling um, the last couple quarters. And so, anyway, just want to bring this to your guys' attention. I thought it was important, something good to know. Kind of looking at these automotive companies as the new President Trump enters office in January. See how that impacts their companies and our company or our country and the economy as well. So, if you guys found this information useful, please like, subscribe, and comment. Greatly helps the channel. And just we're going to continue taking it from here. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.